Joe Gas here with another iPhone SDK tutorial for you guys on in-application emailing. Now, I'm just going to explain to you right away what this is. It's pretty much making it so when you press a button, an email message slides up, someone can send it to a specific email, and press a message and send it. Alright, and what that's used for is for people, because usually if you press a button, it will actually quit out of the app and launch the email application. So I'm going to tell you how to do that today. So we want to go in Xcode, File, New Project. I'm going to create a view base, and I'm going to name it Mail Composer. Now what we want to do is I'm just going to build the interface here for you guys. So open up the view controller, and I'm just going to add a navigation bar. I'm just going to put contact with a bar button item that says, you guessed it, contact. I'm going to save that really fast. Go into our classes, viewcontroller.h. I'm going to put an IB action here of send mail. Command B for building that, or also that's going to save it. Now what we want to do is go back into our resources, click on our files owner, drag the send mail to the contact button. Command save or file save, and then quit. We are done with Interface Builder for the application. Now what we want to do is import the mail framework. So we want to go into our frameworks folder, right click on any framework, go to Reveal and Finder, then find the Message UI framework, drag that to our frameworks folder. Now what you're going to have is you want to uncheck copy items into destination group, whatever. Make sure everything is checked like this and add. We want to go to our classes.h, and we definitely want to import what we had there. So we want to import our framework, which is the message. It's going to come up, enter that, and then close it. So it's message UI / message UI.h. That is the framework. After the UI view controller, we want to space that, make a left arrow, or whatever that is. I'm sorry. And we want to do mail. Sorry guys, I'm gonna actually save that first. So now we have that imported. So mf mail compose view controller delegate, comma UI navigation controller delegate, and then we want to close that with another arrow. And we're basically good. So I'm going to save that. Now what we want to do is go into our .m and actually import our action. So that's good. In there, we want to do mf mail, mf mail compose view controller space star, and I'm gonna name mine Mail Composer. That really you can name that anything you want. Space equals space, and we're gonna unlock that Mail Compose View Controller unlock, and we also want to initialize that as well. Then we want to press enter again. Make a Mail Composer dot Mail Compose delegate space equals space self close close semicolon, sorry about that. We're gonna make an if statement here. So if open bracket open parentheses open bracket mf mail compose view controller can send mail close bracket close parentheses. Now in here is actually gonna be the message or the mail that someone's gonna be sending. Okay, so mail compose view controller can send mail. So this is actually going to be the credentials, so the email address they're sending it to and all that jazz. So we want to do an open bracket mail composer set to recipient, and that is going to be the email address. So we want to do an open bracket, and we want to make it NS array with objects, and then colon, and then this is actually going to be the email. So at quotes, my email is joegasmail@gmail.com. So if you have any questions with the tutorial, please feel free to email me. Then comma nil close, double close, semicolon. And then what we want to do is press enter again. Make another mail composer. This is actually going to be a very, very repetitive process. Set subject, and this is going to be the subject. Now, the subject is going to be the subject you want it to be. But so you can make the subject, whatever you want. But I don't want a subject because the person's going to write that themselves, so I'm going to be putting nil. That's just going to mean nothing. Then close bracket, semicolon, enter. Then again, mail composer. And then set message body, press enter, and I'm gonna make that nil again. That's the message because I want the person to write it themselves. And in is HTML, I'm gonna put no and close that up and semicolon. Now, is HTML, that's just fancy HTML code that you could actually implement into the email. It's very impressive what Apple's done, but we don't need that. So enter again. And I'm going to do self present model view controller, and this is actually the mail composer. Animated, yes. This is the slide up animation that's going to actually be presented when someone presses the contact button. Now we are done with that. Now we want to head over to our documentation. We want to type in MF mail. Then click on our mail compose view controller delegate, and you're going to get this code right here. If you scroll down, you should find this under the instance methods. This is going to be what displays if there's an error. So we want to put that, copy and paste that. The documentation is really good, guys. You need to use it more often. Open bracket, enter twice, close curly bracket. And then in there, we actually want to put code. So we want to do self dismiss, which this is dismissing it, yes, animated, yes, of course, that is the slide down animation. And then if result space equals space MF mail compose result failed. Alright, now what that means, if the message cannot send in basic words. So pretty much that's saying if the person's not connected to the internet, if they don't have an email account set up, if there's something wrong, that is a message is going to display saying it cannot send. So we're going to be using an alert. So UI alert space start alert space equals space 2 open brackets UI alert view space a lock close bracket, and then we want to do init with title enter. The main title is going to be cannot send mail. The message in that is going to be sorry, we were unable to send the email. And then period, close quotes. The delegate, we're going to make that ourselves, of course. And cancel button is going to be okay. That is just going to dismiss the view. Other button titles, we don't need any other buttons unless you want to go really far with it, but I'm not going to do that. And then enter again, or not. No, I mean close bracket, semicolon. Then we want to do an open bracket, alert, show, close bracket, semicolon, another one, alert, release, close bracket, semicolon. I'm going to build and go, save all. We're good. No warnings, no errors. Press contact, thing slides up, sends to my email. Someone can type what they want. If you press cancel, it hides it. I'm afraid I can't demonstrate this, that it actually works, because the simulator does not come with a working mail client, so it's not going to be able to send in the simulator. But I assure you, if you build and go for your device and actually put this on your iPod, you are able to send a message to someone using an email that is negotiated with the application. So guys, I really hope this helped. Thanks for watching, and remember, please comment, rate, and subscribe for more iPhone SDK tutorials.